I did have a dream the other day with a spider in it. And I remember on New Kevin's show, he talked about spiders in your dreams aren't very good. And I didn't know whether to kill the spider or not. It was a very large spider, but I didn't kill it. I woke up, but I sort of, if there is a spider in the house, I try and just scoop them up and take them outside. But maybe spiders in your dreams is not a good sign.
Well, it kind of shows what's lurking around you, So however that you're experiencing that or not seeing what's taking place, it's like a warning. But at the same time, you don't have to kill it. You can use your awareness and you can just decide to be somewhere else, or you can just make it disappear, or you can move it out of the house with your awareness. You can tell it to leave. You've got other options if you just kind of pause and then like try to just be now with your awareness, and you'll see what to do. Yeah. So whatever makes sense according to how you see it, but yeah, you don't have to kill it, but yeah, I mean you can see what it's showing you. It's like there's a big spider. It's like, okay, it's like what would you do if you're like back in that right now? If you're back in that experience, what would you see? It's it's kind of like
yeah.
Yeah.
You can follow it. You can follow it like the World Wide Web, like a web, like a spider in the web. You can follow the web. I don't get any of those dreams though. But I think if I would follow the web, see where it leads you.
It was actually going near my grandchild, the youngest one, and I thought I was just going to leave, and I thought, I don't know, it's getting too close to my granddaughter, and it's not safe. But anyway, I woke up not long, after that, so I didn't make a decision on what to do with it really.
Maybe it's the mother trying to trap her little baby and all its ideas.
Okay, it's interesting.
Yeah, you're seeing the real side. Yeah, I mean, if you watch most parents, they're really just out to control their child. They don't get down to the child's.
You're so right.
And they talk. They don't talk to it. They don't ask it like, "What do you want to do?" or "How do you see, this situation? What do you see makes sense?" or, "What did you become more aware of today?" They're just like, no. It's like, come, sit, eat, drink, sleep, go over there. It's like, I watch the kids on the beach with their parents and around. It's like there's this real being just watching the world around them in this little body, and then there's just this big mind, viewing things from a different level physically that's just not considering what it's like to be a child at all.
I was talking to my grandchild just on that same subject, and I said to him, I said, what did you call it, Jagger? Because I made all this like vegetable juice, right? And he said to me, Grandma, that's power juice. Anyway, so everyone came downstairs on Christmas morning because it's not alcohol involved. And I said, oh, hang on a minute. Jagger called it something. What did you call it, Jagger? And his mum and dad goes, she's asking him. And I said, Jagger, what was it called? And he goes, power juice, Grandma. And I said, yeah, that's it. It's power juice, because it was like pineapple and carrots and apples and celery and, And he said, I just like Grandma's orange juice because it looked orange, And he goes, this is power juice. And they almost discounted him. But I thought, no, hang on a minute. He's got something really, really positive here. I said, Jagger, what is it? Because he's 6 years old. He goes, it's power juice, Grandma. And look, come on, we're going to have some power juice, you know? And that was, to me, was really awesome that he had an input, because, like Henry's saying, they're so controlled, they're not allowed even their own opinions. And this is my daughter, you know. And he goes, oh, it's power juice. And I said, come on, we're all going to have some power juice. And it was like really awesome, because it wasn't alcohol, fuel, anything, but that's what came to his awareness, you know, that, oh, this is power juice. And I just thought that was really awesome, you know, that we listen to the children, which is really, really important, because when we think of the all is, it's about the innocence, not tainted by anything that the ego has, or anything that we believe, or what we've learned in this life, or anything that we think that it might be. It's about the innocence of the realness, of the pureness that's coming through. And I just thought, yeah, it's power juice. It didn't matter what anybody else thought, you know? And so we drank it as power juice, and that was the energy that I allowed to go through this juice, which I thought was just incredible. That and he just thought he was the smartest thing since Kellogg's cornflakes.
Yeah, well, power juice is a lot better than that stuff, so he's doing better. Yeah, that's cool. We did a 30-day juice fast here a couple months ago, and that was awesome. It was just different power juices all day, every day, and we'll do another one here soon. That'll be fun. It's just so much energy in the juices. They call it the biophotons, the light energy, because it all comes from the sun, you know. So
yeah, and children are connected to it already, you know, because they're so young, they're connected to it. We don't even have to make anything up. They just come out with it just at the top of their heads, and, you know, I could live with that.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. Kids are awesome, you know. Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, yeah, and especially if they drink up their power juice, they'll stay, you know, like natural. You know, the main problem here with most people is they don't understand the natural environment at all. They don't understand what supports them, and so they think that the money system supports them. So they just go and earn their job, and they get their money, and they pollute the natural environment, and they poison their bodies, and they just keep going on destroying the natural environment and getting more and more sick. And it doesn't make any sense, but they don't know how to make better choices because they haven't been educated. And so this is why we're here, is to bring it all together for these people, show them what makes sense here on Earth, and then just with every moment, you know, making choices that support the whole of life. You know, a really cool, simple idea that people haven't even had the time to consider. And so, yeah, once people understand this, they can start to get experience with these natural things and kind of become less and less attached to these unnatural, destructive things, and finally start becoming more aware. It would be so nice for these people, all the Earth, to have a real focus.
Yeah, because the all is innocent as a child, you know, and that, to me, I mean, when you're as innocent as a child, you have the universe at your fingertips. I found that to be so profound after reading the book From Here to Now, you know, and it's just the last couple of pages that the all is as innocent as a child. And when you actually allow a child to come into your real world without the taintedness of what adults have and all their restrictions and their authorities and things like that, and you allow the child to speak its mind, oh, honestly, we can just learn so much. And this is why I say I'm so grateful that Dwayne is teaching us how to become, or how to come back into ourselves. Because in all honesty, we come into ourselves as the most innocent being we are not today, if that makes sense. but we are not today the innocence that we came into our bodies as a child. But I remember myself as a child and how innocent I was to even survive drowning, because I almost drowned as a child. But it was that innocence in my own being that helped me to survive drowning. At the time, I didn't even think of it as drowning. It was just this voice telling me how to do things under the water. And I didn't actually realize where I was, because I ended up way downstream, popping up out of the water, saying to my mum, I can swim, from a kid who couldn't even swim. And that if we allow that innocence to come through, that childlike knowledge of pureness to come through, that is what it is. That is the is. That is it. That is the is. And I just love it. And I just look forward to these calls. Honestly, I honestly do. I so look forward to these calls of the realness of what it is that we talk about.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about becoming more aware. And yeah, when you're a child, you don't have anywhere near the same amount of ideas, that you gather as you spend more time here. So yeah, it's learning to have the heart of a child, but at the same time, as we become more aware here, we kind of gain this, you could call it like responsibility to share our experience with people. Like Dwayne has with us. He just shared his experiences, and we recognize what we do from that, and we can become more aware. And so, yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. It's cool to watch the kids and be like a kid. And yeah, the challenge is to kind of have a balance to relate to this place at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I kind of got to be careful out there, I feel sometimes, because yeah, I can be too much of a kid. One time a lifeguard was questioning me if I was drunk on the sand in the middle of the day at the beach, because I was crawling in the sand because it felt so nice, this hot, warm sand all over my body after I'd been in the cold ocean, and the lifeguard thought I was drunk, so it's a funny world. You got to kind of play both sides here. Okay, well, it's a funny world, it's a funny silence, but we can laugh and be like kids still. So, do you guys have anything else to share, or?
Yeah, that's a beautiful place to be, Henry. I could just imagine it. What a beautiful place to be. That you just have a swim and you come out and you just roll on the sand, because that's what we do here in Australia, and it's just a beautiful place to be. It's so hot here in Australia, especially in the evenings, that people just, when they're like visiting this island, as we call it, this island continent, and they just sleep on the sand, and it's not unusual. What you're saying is just, to me, is just a beautiful place to be. Like, really, coming out of the water and just rolling around in the sand, just like a kid. Why would they even think that you're drunk? Why can't you even just enjoy life how it is? Because with the restrictions and everything going on, they have to question you as to why you're enjoying life. It's insane.
Yeah, that
Really,
yeah.
it's insane.
I tried to, because I don't live near the beach, I thought I'll go down to the park barefoot with bare feet and try the grounding. And I walked onto the grass with my granddaughter, and the grass was so dry. It was so uncomfortable because the
Crunchy.
grass was like cutting into me, and couldn't really do it because we've had not much rain. The grass is really dry, so I can't really walk on the grass much to do the grounding. But yeah, maybe Maybe I should try. We've had a little bit of rain this week. I should go down and give it another go.
Yeah, you can always hug trees too. Or touch trees,
Even
leaves if
even the trees seem a bit prickly,
oh.
but I could give it a go.
Well, I mean, like around your house or really close to you, there's got to be trees touching the ground, you know.
Yeah, across the street there's bushland, but it's very dry. But I should give it a go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
And,
great to get that grounding because it kind of neutralizes your body to all the natural frequencies from all the unnatural frequencies we're bombarded with here. We're always there's like all the cell towers, the Wi-Fi, everything that's sending these unnatural frequencies to make, and they're controlling people's minds. They're getting their heart rates up. They're accelerating the frequencies to get people in a hurry and all this stuff. So yeah, another thing you might be interested in is the guy I interviewed this week from Holotech. He has all these frequencies, and he has a bunch of really cool ones that can like activate your different abilities or get rid of ET implants, or he can help you save like 75% on your power bill by getting like a frequency. It's just like a little thing you print out. It's like a frequency pattern, you could call it. And yeah, so you could get some of those. Like there's probably one for grounding or something like that if you needed. If you want some more harmonizing natural frequencies. Mm-hmm.
so do you have a link to that?
Yeah, I'll put it in the
Didn't
chat
come
here.
across it.
Okay.
You might have shared it before, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I just found out about it recently. A friend shared it with me. He's very sensitive to energies and things. I sent him one of my pyramids, and we saw some angels. They took him out of his body, and they took him to like all these different heavens of different colors, he told me. So he's a cool guy. He's like a seer, and he told me that these were really good. Whatever one you want, there's like 300 different frequencies that you can download for free on his website, and you just print them out. You can put them in like a clear sleeve, or you can laminate them, and you can put them under your water, and it will charge your water with that frequency, and just put them on the walls around your house, and it will send those frequencies to your body. Like, you know, it can kill diseases within a couple of days. It's like the scalar energy machines. It's the same kind of idea.
Oh wow, sounds very interesting. I'll have a look. I saw the link there. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, it's interesting. So, but yeah, it's good to touch the earth or the plants every day. Yeah, it's a must for most of us. Yes, because naturally the human, species just lived on the dirt, in the jungles and places. So it was just like Olga said, sleeping on the sand. Yeah, you want to cool down from a hot day in the summertime with the tropics.